What's good everyone, I hope everyone's doing well. We've now had a little bit of time to mess around with the new Azucena on the patch 1.05, and as I'm sure many of you are aware, she's got a lot of new combo routes now thanks to her new backturn 3 being the strong aerial tailspin. And they've got really high combo damage output in comparison to the last one, so it really is worth doing. Now, I've been experimenting with my own stuff, looking at stuff online on Twitter and comments and stuff like that, and I think the community has sort of settled into roughly what the new staple combos look like. However, I have been trying them in games, and you know how games go, you hit moves off axis or you hit them at range, and I've noticed that a lot of these combos, they tend to have consistency issues. So I've been chatting with people and I've been coming up with my own ideas and trying to figure out the best way to make everything consistent. So I've got some ideas now, so if you're transitioning to the new Azucena combos and you've been having the same trouble, be sure to stay tuned because I'm going to be going through how to make everything hit more consistently. So one of Azucena's new down forward 2 combo routes is down forward 2, 4-1, back turn 3, lib 4-1-2, and then the ender. But in games I've noticed if you hit the down forward 2 at tip range or off axis, it tends to whiff right before the tornado. So I'll give you an example. I'll try and step back a little bit, hit that down forward 2 at a deeper range, and when I go for the lib 4-1-2, you can just see that last punch is whiffing at the end. Same goes for, if you're off axis a bit to this side, it can tend to have consistency issues as well. That time it whiffed on the second hit, so it's a bit all over the place, and I think it does vary from character to character, but for front facing, if you hit it at the tip range, what you can do is, you just delay that last hit of the string, and it actually works pretty consistently. So if you find it whiffing a lot, I'd make a habit of actually delaying the last hit of this string for the combo filler, and it tends to work very consistently. Another alternative you have, it's a bit more high execution, but I think it's even more consistent, is instead of doing lib 4-1-2, you stop at lib 4-1 and you go for forward 3 instead. So it looks a little something like this. And that tends to be really consistent as well. When off axis to the right, we noted that the second hit of lib 4-1 tends to whiff, so to keep it simple, I like to just spend the tailspin straight away and then opt for an ender like 2-1-2. Or for a little bit more damage, you can opt for the back 4 string, so sidewalk, and then the full back 4 string usually connects as well. So that's another alternative when you notice you're off axis to the right. When you're off axis to the left, same thing applies. 1+2 is always a great tornado option because the lib 4-1-2 off to the sides doesn't tend to work. So what you need to be doing is when you hit a combo off axis, I like to hit the 1+2, and notice how Victor flipped over? He turned around mid-combo. I dropped that one, but you can actually notice that the character is turning around mid-combo and change your ender accordingly. So if I hit it around here, they're not going to turn around. They're going to be sort of back turn, and I can just go for a traditional ender. But if I'm a bit more, to the back here, I can see how he's flipped around right at the end? I can actually then realign and do a wall ender. So if we're traveling to a wall, we can put him up onto the wall as well. So when you hit these combos off axis, try and notice that when you hit the back turn 3, right before you do the tornado, note which way they're facing and then pick your ender accordingly, and it works really well. For combos in the back, they'll never turn around, so you can just do the 1+2 into the traditional non-wall ender. Azucena also has a bunch of new combo routes involving a manual backturn transition into backturn 3 at the start of the combo, and these are typically on combos with counter hits and crumple stunts and stuff like that. And these are some of our highest damaging combos, but in games, when it hits on different axes and just in general, depending on the character as well, I think it's hard to nail down right now, but I've noticed sometimes the tornado whiffs on that one too, and doing a little dash into down 2-3 will help with the consistency. So one of the combos is off back turn 1+2, so if we just turn around, we can do manual back turn 3, 4-1, and I like to try and just get a little dash for that down 2-3. So right before the down 2-3, I'm doing a little forward, but whilst this helps with the consistency, it's a little tricky to do, and especially, if you're in a tournament or you're playing ranked and maybe you're a bit nervous or you're on a setup you're not used to, it can be hard. So I've also found that since the combos work a bit better when Azucena is on the left like this, doing a little step to the left can also reduce how much you need to dash, and sometimes you don't need to dash at all depending on the character. So, I've been in practice mode today and the combos do seem to be working even without the dash, but when I get in game, sometimes it's a different story. So stepping left always helps. So an example of something we can do is we can hit our back turn 1+2, step left, and then we can do our transition, and we have more than enough time. And then the combo feels a little more consistent for me. This combo is the same for 1+2. We can step left and do our manual back turn transition. We just have to be a little quicker on this one. But this combo doesn't tend to be too hard. and that's how we can make it consistent. So if you find this combo dropping, sometimes putting the axis onto the left a little bit, or doing that little microdash down 2-3 will help, or combining them, and then you get real good consistency with it. Another one I've noticed that's exclusive to backturn 1+2 is if you don't want to step left, you can also whiff the 4, the high on its own, and it actually puts it off axis a bit and into backturn. So what we can do is we can hit that and then just do 4, wait, and then hit the move, and then we can keep going for the combo, and it's a bit of extra style points as well. Another one I've found that happens on some characters is when I go for my down forward 2 staple combo off of while standing 2. Now, because while standing 2 recovers a little bit quicker, sometimes I have these moments where I go for 4-1 and then it whiffs on the second hit like that. So one way to fix it is you can just delay it in your head, just wait a little bit, then connect the 4-1 and then proceed with a normal combo as usual. Or you can do a bit of an inbuilt sidestep left as well to get the better axis by doing while standing 2, sidestep left, just a little one, and then it'll be enough time wasted so you can go for the combo. So that's been working for me as well. So yeah, that's going to be it. There's a lot of new combos and it's going to take a lot of time to get used to, and you might find yourself running into these inconsistencies. Maybe that's why you're here, you've had the inconsistencies trying to do the new combos, but don't fear, we'll get there. Just these little adjustments should be enough. And yeah, I'll keep my eyes peeled for more combos and more little things that crop up, but for now I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully this is really useful to you, because I think it's going to be useful for me if I can remember my combos. It's still so early, but I'm going to call it there. Thank you everybody for watching, and thank you so much for the support on my last video, the patch 1.05 Azucena change review and breakdown. I really appreciate all the support so far. So thank you everybody, and I will see you in the next one.